Welcome to another episode of Everything Python. Um, and this time it's going to be a bit different. And depending on how this goes and whether I'm having fun, the rest of the videos on this channel will be similar. Right? I'm going to be learning something called MCP today, and we'll probably learn along, right? Like depending on where you are in your journey, if you find this interesting, you will learn something as well. Um, but first of all, what is MCP? Right, like MCP is something called Model Context Protocol, and it's been around in the AI slash GPT slash LLM circles for a while since Anthropic developed it first, and then now many other clients have caught on as well, including ChatGPT as of last week. Right, it was always there in the API space from May, but in the ChatGPT client itself for Plus and Premium users, it's only got introduced last week. Last week was it? It was on September 10th, right? So it's been like 5 days, I guess. Yeah. So what is Model Context Protocol? It's a way to connect to different external systems like databases, file systems, even other third-party software, like something like if you are in India, there is a huge trading platform called Zerodha, and they also have their own MCP server that you can connect to from Claude, right? So and whatever data that returns, those APIs return, you can do a lot of analytical operations with it depending on your need. um, so today I'm going to be trying out a couple of MCP servers. I'll break it up into different videos, I guess, because it'll be too long for me to do something at a stretch if I keep it all in one video. Um, yeah, and to give myself some breathing space as well. So today I'm going to try out like a basic MCP server, and there are some examples on this particular website, MCP Model Context Protocol.io. So let's try it out. So what is a good example? There are a lot of examples on the website as well. So let me see. Hmm. All right. Here there's an example of a weather application, but I don't think I want to do that. I have another example that I actually put together. Let's go through that. All right. So there's this file I've created called add MCP, and what it does is it's very simple. Okay, it just takes in two numbers, and just to make things interesting, I have subtracted them rather than adding them. And the transport method I'm using is HTTP. Normally it runs on a transport method called stdio, from what I've read. um, HTTP because it's probably a lot easier to connect to servers from different clients. Okay, so first I need to create a virtual environment to run this. I'll remove the existing one and create a new one. I use UV now, like many other Python users do, to create my virtual environment. Alright, and I'll just install something called fast MCP. It's a library that you can use to build MCP servers. Let's actually, yeah, I got the example of that from there only. Fast MCP. Yes. Um, Here it is. Yeah, this is the example I got. Wondering where I had that example. Okay, so now after I've installed it and activated the environment, I can just run it. Okay, so I have an MCP server running somewhere else as well. Okay. Okay, run this. Okay, so now it's running on port 8000, but how do I make it available to ChatGPT, right? So I go to ChatGPT, and the way to access these is using something called developer tools that is available on the plus and pro modes. Okay, let's start from scratch. I'll remove this existing tool that I have. How do I access all my tools? Okay, that's later. Just create one. Okay, I already had one from my previous experiment, but I'll just create a new one for the same purpose. Call it add num2, right? Very original. And what is the MCP server URL is? See, this is running on my local, right? But I want to try and expose it in some way. There are different ways of doing it. There's something called git MCP apparently, which can help you create remote servers. But the other way I can do it is, because it's a, like it's a personal laptop, I can also create an ngrok server. That's what I've done over here, ngrok server. And all I have to do for this is first install ngrok and ngrok, depending on how you're saying it. And then because it's running on port 8000, I'll just ngrok 8 http 8000. Okay, it will give me a link that I can access, which serves as a proxy server. Now I can put this link over here. There's no authentication, don't do this for production. And I will create my connector. See, by default the root path is not found. So for tools, what I have to do is I have to suffix this MCP route. Right, and now it's created. Okay, so now let me put this add num2 and let me use the tool. Since it's a very basic usage, if I just say add numbers 5 and 7, number 5 and whatever, it's just going to do its ChatGPT thing, right? It's not going to use my tool at all, right? So I need to, and it's going in a very, it's teaching me how to add and stuff. Okay, but if I want to use the tool, I have to say use a tool to add whatever, and another number. So now it will look for tools. Right, and it'll ask me whether it's asking me whether I want to allow this. That is a security reason, because you can connect to any server, and if you don't know what you're doing, some malicious code can get executed. Let's see if this call is being made over here. It's getting called. Okay, it's making the post call, and the result is minus 3900. Okay, the tool might be subtracting instead of adding. So yeah, that's how you execute an MCP tool. And the reason this seemed familiar to me right now is I just did it before recording this, so it's almost like something I already know. But the next thing I do will be connecting to a Postgres server in the next video. So and that will be an explorative thing. Yeah, so see you there.